Hello and welcome into the Woodruff PE Center Stadium here on the campus of Emory University. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but now we should be in the clear as Emory took the first set by a score of 25-21 and gets the second set started 1-0. Looking at that first set and some of the top performers for Emory from an individual level, it was 4 kills for Kate LaRocco and Gabby Staniskis, as well as a service ace for Ioana Kopoulos. Emory led in the hitting percentage department as well, and that led them to that 25-21 first set victory. Carnegie Mellon coming in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ranks 25th in the AVCA coaches poll, 11-4 so far this season, 4-0 away from home as Emory gets UAA play started as that serve is called in. It looked like it was a little long from Catherine Jackson, but apparently not. Jackson coming into this one third on the team in service aces, adding 1 to her tally there. But UAA round robin 1 play here at Emory. 3 matches this weekend for the Eagles, the first of which these Tartans of Carnegie Mellon. As there's a kill from Kate LaRocco. Emory leads the all-time series 34-5 against Carnegie Mellon, 11-0 here at home. Last year won 3-1 in St. Louis. Last win for Carnegie Mellon against these Eagles coming in 2022. And Emory is just on fire in UAA play over the last few years. Haven't lost since the 2023 conference championship. Haven't lost in the regular season since 2022, as there's an ace from Carolina Ufret. Both those losses were against NYU by a score of 3-2. So these Eagles are tough to beat in UAA play. Set up out of the middle and finished off by Juliana McFarland. McFarland, a 6'2" senior, playing in that middle blocker position for head coach Ann Bach. Ann was a longtime assistant here at Carnegie Mellon. Now the head coach, and her wife Jennifer graduated from Carnegie Mellon in 2004. Carnegie Mellon has made the NCAA tournament 3 years in a row. So a formidable opponent, 2-2 so far against ranked opponents, getting another chance here against number 9 Emory. Swing from LaRocco, kept alive. Coyle reads that one. Another chance for LaRocco, goes for placement, but easily read. And now out of the middle, tried to tip it over, was Herkenrother. Long, sustained rally here. LaRocco, chance number 3 of the point. Thwarted again, this time by Jean. Jean gives a free ball to Emory. Just long. That was Silberman trying to finish it off. Nearly got it to go. We've seen throughout this first set plus, Carnegie Mellon not playing a ton with a libero in Zoe Gavros. Now serving number 19, Logan Devereaux. There's a big swing from Silberman, immediately redeeming herself. Kaya Monros will check in place of Ioana Kopoulos. And looking at this Carnegie Mellon roster, a few names to keep an eye on. Kate Joan, number 18, the 5'9" junior outside hitter. 191 kills on the season. Another one to keep an eye on is Nea Tomala. I'll get back to her in a second. Tomala, number 8. Huge block out of the middle from Kai Herkenrother. Came in second on the team in blocks with 39. And now checking in is number 8, Nea Tomala. Nea Tomala out of Los Angeles, the 5'7" junior setter. 492 assists on the season, 34 service aces, second on the team in digs with 196, and she's serving here. Goes at Coyle. Coyle up to LaRocco, and now Kaya Monros finds a spot in the middle of the court. 5-5. Set number 2, 5-5 with Coppola serving. Going at the libero in Gavros. Swing from this right side in Woodard. LaRocco keeps it alive though. Free ball for Carnegie Mellon. Rejected. It was John going for the kill. And a tag team effort from Emory. As some big time yells from head coach Ann Bach at the head referee. She was letting him hear it. That one goes wide. That was the serve from Silverman. She'll check out. Coyle, the libero, back in. Now the outside hitter, Kate Jones, serving. Second on the team in aces, coming in with 27. Goes at Monrose, who handles it, but into the net. Ufret couldn't get there in time. It's 7-6 Tardens. As we open up UAA play, just some context from last season. Carnegie Mellon finished 5th in the tournament, 4th in the regular season, but did get that NCAA tournament berth. Good recovery that time from Staniskis. Monrose out of the back, read by the libero Gavros. And a huge block from Staniskis. She's had a strong match. Shell check out for the setter Rabinowitz. Sophia Luo will check in. She had a strong match against these Tartans last year in St. Louis with 17 kills. At the libero in Gavros. Monrose gets there in the middle, runs into Rabinowitz, but she recovers quickly enough. Unfortunately, into the net from the middle, Maggie Reagan. Emory out of system there. Just a little uncomfortable from Reagan. And now Gavros will serve. Monrose receives. Monrose going for the kill, rejected. Bella Woodard came into this one third on the team in blocks with 38 and just stuffing Kaya Monrose, who is not an easy player to stuff. Monrose stands 5'11", and we know about her leaping ability. It was on full display last Saturday in that 3-0 win against Covenant. Double hit and a point for Carnegie Mellon. Now 10-7. Emory looking to get back into this second set. Coyle with the reception. Monrose from the right. That is just too powerful. John was able to get some arm on it, but could not control it as Monrose goes and takes a seat. Kopolos in now. Kopolos serving at Jackson. Blocked in the middle from Emory. Blocked in, but out. Bella Woodard picks up the point for Carnegie Mellon. Bryn Schern and Melissa Jin checking in for Coach Bach of Carnegie Mellon. Once again ranked 25th in the AVCA coaches poll. Emory comes into this one ranked 9th. LaRocco off the block and still in. Coyle way up into the air. Going to be a free ball for Carnegie Mellon. Set up and finished off. Elizabeth Schlemmer, 2023 All-UAA second team. 2022 All-UAA honorable mention. Played in 92 matches from 2022 to 2024. Just 7 so far this year, but had 13 kills against Emory last year. Picks up one there, and we have a timeout with Emory trailing 12-8 here in the second set after a 25-21 first set win. Checking out the action on the other courts on court 2, we've got Case Western Reserve leading Brandeis. It was 25-16 in the first, now 19-15 in the second for the Spartans. And on court 3, it was WashU winning a tight set against NYU, 26-24, but NYU coming out strong in set number 2, 11-5. For Emory, immediately following this one, it'll be a matchup with Brandeis. And then tomorrow at noon, it'll be Case Western Reserve against the Eagles. Once again, want to apologize for the technical difficulties. Disappointed not to be able to bring you set number 1, but happy to report that it was 25-21 in favor of the Eagles. Hoping for smooth sailing the rest of the way throughout this match and the rest of the weekend here on Flow College with UAA round robin play from the Woodruff PE Center. Will Hopkins here with you as it's Emory and Carnegie Mellon. Carnegie Mellon leading 12-8 and serving with the setter Melissa Jin. Luo, John able to deal with that one. Emory keeps it alive to this near side with LaRocco. Ball went on to court 2. They didn't stop play though. Had to have been a little bit distracting, but how about the power from Kate LaRocco? Let's see if Caroline Coyle can get something going. A little run for the Eagles. Second on the team in aces, tied for second with 15. Big swing out of the middle. Tough to handle. Coming from Juliana McFarland, listed at 6'2". She and Bella Woodard, the two tallest players on this Tartan roster. Coming at such a downward angle. Luo is just long. She's asking for the touch. She's not going to get it. 14-9 here. Was expected to be Emory's toughest matchup of this weekend. Carnegie Mellon proving to be a difficult opponent. That'll help though. Fourth service error for Carnegie Mellon. 3 so far for Emory. Carolina Ufret will serve. Miss hit out of the middle from McFarland. It doesn't matter though. Big swing out of the middle. That was Gavia Stanitskis. Right now we're seeing Melissa Jin in, the true freshman. Just 86 assists on the year as a setter. And straight into the net from Herkenrother, but coming into this match, probably expected a 5-1 from Carnegie Mellon because Tamala leads in assists by a great margin, 492 to 86 over Melissa Jin, but Jin getting a lot of playing time here early. Monros with the kill. Assist goes to Ufret, and Emory crawling back into this second set, now trailing by just 2. Kate LaRocco will serve. 2 service aces for each team so far. And how about that? A big serve followed up by a big kill. The dig just had too much on it. Emory sends it right back where it comes from. And now trailing by just one as we take a quick timeout, 15-14 here in set number 2. Will Hopkins back here with you. Middle of the second set, 15-14. Carnegie Mellon leading, but Emory took the first one 25-21. Serve from LaRocco right into the net. A freebie for Carnegie Mellon. Mellon keeps it alive. And Emory with the big time stuff. Ioana Kopolos. Or excuse me, Elion Silberman. I was going to say to myself, what is Kopolos doing in that position? But it was Silberman coming up big with the block. Big time swing, but Emory able to get to it. And no getting to that one. Kaya Monrose. Served by Silberman. Set up by Tamala. Swing out of that left side from John. Now out of the back from LaRocco. Good chance here for Case Western. Going for placement. Woodard comes up empty. And a rejection. Kate John. (17-16), a tight second set here. Kate John, the 5'9" junior, to serve. An insane recovery from John to keep that alive. Coyle matches it, and now Monroe's trying to tap one over, and Emory gets the point. Some outstanding effort from both sides. Rabinowitz to serve for Emory. The lefty goes out to libero Gavros. Out of the middle, in-air adjustment from Kai Herkenrother. Not the easiest ball to deal with, but she managed it. And now Gavros will serve. Gavros goes out LaRocco. Monrose attacks. And Emory earns the point. John could not handle it, and we're all knotted up at 18. Ioana Kopolos will serve. Some big points coming up here in set number 2. Miscommunication, a couple of tartans going for that one. Ends up in a swing that's read by Emory. LaRocco has hers deflected. Emory keeps it alive. Bump from Coyle. LaRocco gets low to handle it. Now Luo. Over on 2, and Emory did not see that coming. Nea Tamala has so many assists this season. Likely to break 500 here today. but she went over on 2, and Emory was not ready. A heady play from the junior. One of 8 Californians, or excuse me, 9. Or 8 Californians on this team from Pittsburgh. Not maybe something you'd expect. Read by Luo. Now LaRocco can swing. Dug out by Gavros. Coyle with the dig. And now LaRocco again, and this time Gavros isn't getting there. Got a touch to it, but not enough to control it. We're tied once again. See if Coyle can string a few points together. Caroline Coyle, the 5'3" libero from College Station, Texas. As the senior will serve with her right. A low serve just over the net. Gonna have to be a swing out of the back. Now Rabinowitz sets up the middle, but read nicely by Jin. And finding a corner, Catherine Jackson. Jackson will now serve. The senior with plenty of experience, over 80 matches coming into this year, and perhaps one that Kopolos could have left. May have been headed long. She tried to play it and could not handle it. 2-point lead for the Tartans. 4 points from evening this matchup at a set apiece. That reception a little long from Emory. And Jown makes them pay. Timeout, 22-19 here in set number 2. Emory trying to hang in there. Carnegie Mellon pushing for that one set apiece scoreline. Take a quick break and be back with the end of set number 2. Back here for the end of set number 2, 22-19. Carnegie Mellon leads Emory. Emory took the first set 25-21. But the Tartans leading the Eagles by 3 here late in the second. Both of these teams playing immediately after this one. So you know they'd want a quick match. Emory would love a sweep. They've had plenty of them this year. In a hole here, though. LaRocco sets up Rabinowitz, back to LaRocco, and that works to perfection. Rolls it off the block and makes it 22-20. Emory's got to go on a run, though. Rabinowitz checks out, Ufret checks in. See if the freshman can get something going. Swing from Jown, just in. Caught the line. Kate Jown showing why she is so difficult to play against. Over 190 kills on the season, adding to that tally and putting her squad within 2 points of claiming the second set. Logan Devereaux to serve. Dealt with by Emory, but going to have to be a free ball for Carnegie Mellon. Jown is long. Oh, there's a touch. A touch called on Emory. Didn't see that one. But that's the call, and now set point for the Tartans with Devereaux serving. Devereaux goes at Kopolos. Chance here for Carnegie Mellon to end this second set. But rejected by Emory. The combination of LaRocco and Silberman keep it alive. They've saved one set point. Need to save 3 more. as Kate LaRocco goes back to serve. Came into this one leading the team in service aces. Coach Jones' squad could really use one here. Instead handled by the Tartans. Now a swing for Monrose. Hit way up into the air by Jackson. Emory, another chance for Monrose. Just barely long. And the Tartans claim the second set by the same score Emory claimed the first, 25-21. All knotted up as we head to set number 3 after this break. Hello and welcome back to Woodruff PE Center Arena. Will Hopkins here with you on Flow College. As Carnegie Mellon and Emory are all knotted up at a set apiece, each winning 25-21. Emory the first and Carnegie Mellon the second. Looking at these matches on the other courts, on court 2, it is Case Western Reserve leading Brandeis 2-0, but Brandeis currently winning in the third set 11-7. And on court 3, it was WashU winning 26-24 in the first, NYU 25-14 in the second, and WashU an early 6-2 lead in the third. Reminder, Emory will be playing Brandeis in the second round of action, listed to start around 1, probably a little bit after that. And then tomorrow at noon, we'll face off against Case Western Reserve. No sweep in the cards today for Emory. Knew this match would be a challenge against the 25th ranked Tartans. Proving to be just the case as we get the second set started. Coppola serves first. And a miscommunication from the Tartans. Jin was trying to set up McFarland. McFarland didn't go for it, and Emory gets on the board first. Ioana Coppolos, the 5'8" senior out of Boca Raton, picks up the ace. Perfectly placed serve from Coppolos. Big time swing finds the corner. Catherine Jackson, the 6-footer from Florida. The Tartans are on the board now, 2-1 in the second. Coyle to the far side. LaRocco recovers. Now Luo on the near side. And there was a touch on that one. Emory picks up the point, 3-1. The libero Coyle will now serve. We've seen Isabella Villanueva as well as Becca Hong as liberos some this season, but it's been predominantly Coyle. It's Hong wearing the other white shirt right now. Coyle the only one to touch the court the first 2 sets. As she digs that one out. LaRocco has her attempt blocked. Now she'll give Luo a chance. Fantastic effort from the Tartans, but a free ball for Emory. Can't finish it off. Strong defense from McFarland in the middle. Standing at 6'2", spooking out Elion Silberman. And now Kai Herkenroth checks in. Another 6-footer at the disposal of Coach Ann Bach. Logan Devereaux to serve. 6-foot freshman. Her serve is long, well left by Ioana Coppolos. Couple of substitutions for Emory. Ufred coming in for Rabinowitz. Luo checks out. Ufred to serve. And her serve goes long. Staniskis Coming in that time for Luo, by the way. And now Nea Tamala to serve for Carnegie Mellon. We know she's a dangerous player, going over on 2 very nicely in the second set. Well done out of the middle, though, by Staniskis. And now Kate LaRocco behind the line for Emory. A wayward reception from Carnegie Mellon, and Emory picks up the point. Looks like the Tartans went over the net. Not the best reception from Devereaux. Ball stays on the Emory side with LaRocco. Another wayward reception and just hammered down by Eliane Silverman. Making no mistake about it. 3 straight points for the Eagles, leading 7-3. Just long from LaRocco. We saw that last match against Covenant, whether it was LaRocco who served well or another player, whenever they got hot, 3 or 4 or 5 service points won in a row, it tended to end with a service error as opposed to making the other team earn it. Speaking of service errors, we see one there from Kate John. Libero Gavras checks back in for Carnegie Mellon, and the libero for Emory, Caroline Coyle, takes a seat. Silverman serve at the libero Gavras. Set up, and still a chance for Carnegie Mellon. Another block from Emory. Over on 2 that time, it's red though. Emory was ready for it that time from Tamala, and Monrose finishes it off. Talk about learning from your mistakes. Tamala went over on 2 in the second set, tried it that time, and Emory was right there. Set from Tamala. No mistake that time from Woodard. Bella Woodard coming in with 97 kills for the Tartans. And with 5 here today, already breaking that 100 mark. Reception goes straight back over, but a rejection out of the middle, Maggie Reagan. Subs coming back in for Emory. Rabinowitz and Luo. Wet spot on the court that Monrose will be on towel duty for. 10-5 Emory. Lost that second set and took it personally. The setter Rabinowitz serves with the left. Emory will live with kills from that distance all day. But how about the recovery and rejection? Bella Woodard. Stuffing Kaya Monrose. She takes a breather. Now Melissa Jin will serve. Freshman delivers. Low, but dealt with by LaRocco. Now Luo out of the middle has it blocked. Juliana McFarland. Couple of points in a row for the Tartans. Rabinowitz sets up Reagan straight at Gavras. At 6'3", Reagan just attacks that ball. And it's so hard to react for Gavras. That ball's coming straight down at you. Set up by Jin. Great play by Rabinowitz to keep it alive. LaRocco from distance. Gavros recovers, and now a swing from the left side. Dug up by Gavros. Long rally here. 11-7. Who's getting the next point? It's the Eagles. Beautifully done by Maggie Reagan. She's had a strong stretch of play. Another point for the Eagles. Timeout on the floor. 13-7. Emory leads it in this 1-1 game. 1-1 match, I should say. Take a quick break and be back here with set number 3. Third set, so pivotal in a match with the first two sets split. That's exactly what we have here with Emory taking the first, Carnegie Mellon taking the second. It's the Eagles leading 13-7. Kopelos will serve, and she finds the line. Ioana Kopelos right on that white paint as Emory doubles up. CMU here, now 14-7. Swing from the right side. Emory deals with it. Now they swing from the right side with Luo and get the point. Luo's swing was better than Schlemmer's, and that's all that mattered on that point. Kopelos still serving. Read by Coyle. And how about that power? Sophia Luo unleashes. (16-7) Eagles. Really starting to take control here in set number 3. Right at Gavros. Jackson has hers blocked. Chance again for Luo. Almost, but just a tip from Gavros. Good chance here, though, for Emory. LaRocco, absolutely. The Eagles are hot right now. That CMU timeout did not do much of anything. 4 straight points from the Eagles since then. Making it a 7-0 run, finally stopped. But it was 7 points in a row for the Eagles, getting it from 10-7 to 17-7, and now 17-8. Great stuff with LaRocco serving, and now LaRocco. Free ball for the Eagles. Coyle, Rabinowitz, Reagan. Tic-tac-toe. Reagan will take a seat. Silberman will check in. And that's how you handle a free ball. The libero Coyle to serve. 18-8 Eagles. Coyle going right at Catherine Jackson. Emory's not going to get to that one. Big time swing. I believe that was McFarland on that one. Number 6. The middle blocker, 6'2" senior out of Virginia. Now Logan Devereaux to serve. The 6-foot freshman outside hitter. Her team trailing 18-9 here in set number 3. Rabinowitz sets up LaRocco. Too much to handle. And she's pumped up. Rabinowitz and Luo take a seat. Ufret and Staniskis check in, and the former will head back to serve. Goes right at Catherine Jackson. Bit mishandled, going to be a free ball for the Eagles. 1, 2, and 3. Kate LaRocco finishes it off. Last time on the free ball, we saw the Eagles go to the middle with Reagan. This time to the outside with LaRocco. Another timeout as it's 20-9 Eagles taking firm control here. Alarms going off here at the Woodruff PE Center Arena, as I believe it may have been Logan Devereaux using a door she wasn't supposed to. Trying to get that shut off. And doing a great job is Coach Brianna Jones. She hears it from the crowd. Not just a coach. She can silence alarms. She can do anything. Coach Brianna Jones in her third season here at the helm for the Eagles. Off to a strong start, 8-2, defended home court, 4-0 so far. Trying to make it 5 here against the Carnegie Mellon Tartans, who are 4-0 away from home in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Pittsburghers making the trip down here for UAA round robin play, and it's so smart to have this round robin play, get a bunch of matches in at the same time with the UAA so spread out from New York to Pittsburgh, Atlanta, St. Louis. Makes a lot of sense to have a bunch of teams in the same place at once and get a bunch of matches in. Sophie Pan was trying to get cute with it, and Emory was having none of that. Getting closer and closer to claiming set number 3. Ufret's serve is an ace. Carolina Ufret provides ace number 5 for the Eagles. Into the net from Ufret. Bella Woodard checks in for Melissa Jin. As Naya Tamala will serve, leads the team in service aces. None here though. Off the block, and the point goes to the Eagles, courtesy of Gabia Staniskis. Staniskis up to 7 kills on the match. LaRocco leads the way for Emory with 13. LaRocco with a strong serve. Set up nicely, but long. And a late touch is awarded. A very late touch call from the head referee. Swayed from the Tartans and their faithful. They pick up the point. Out of the middle, well done by Silberman. Set point Eagles. Silberman will be the one to serve for it. Set up by Tamala. Woodard's effort dealt with easily. Now Monrose. And that's, thought it was going to be 4 touches. Miscount from me. Still, Emory gets the job done. Gabia Staniskis finishes off the third set. A dominant set from the Eagles. 25-11, 2-1 now. We'll take a quick break, update you on the scores from around the gym, and provide you with set number 4 when we return. Welcome back for set number 3. Or excuse me, set number 4 here at the Woodruff PE Center Arena. Set number 3 claimed by the Emory Eagles a dominant set, 25-11, as they responded well to the Tartans' second set victory. Looking at the other courts on court 2, Brandeis claimed the third set to stay alive against Case Western Reserve. Still early goings of the fourth there. And WashU has set point in set number 3 to try to make it 2-1 against NYU. Reminder, Emory will play Brandeis next here on court number 1, and it'll be Case Western Reserve to face the Eagles tomorrow at noon. Work to do here, though, from Emory. In a good spot, 2-1, trying to finish off Carnegie Mellon by the same scoreline they did last year. That was a 3-1 win in St. Louis. Carnegie Mellon will be serving first with the setter Melissa Jin. Jin, the freshman, goes at coil. LaRocco out of the back. Set up for Jown, and she pays it off. Kate Jown, listed at 5'9", similar to Kaya Monrose. Seems like she plays much taller than her height. Jin into the net. Monrose will check out. Kopelos will check in. Kopelos and Rabinowitz out there together right now for Emory. Going at the libero, Gavros. Jown again, hammers that one. Knew that Kate Jown would be a problem coming in. 191 kills coming into this one this season. Her 7th there. So just 2 away from the 200 mark on the season. Good body control from LaRocco to keep that one in play. A joust at the peak. And now LaRocco a chance to finish it off. Read nicely by Gavros. Rejected. Maggie Reagan, with some help from Kate LaRocco, gets the point for the Eagles. Swing out of the left. That was Jackson. As Coyle did everything she could to keep it alive, but still not enough. (3-2) CMU early here in set 4. As Logan Devereaux serves. Going right at Kopelos. Now Luo with a go, and she gets it to go. All square. Ufret checks in as she'll serve. From this right side, that was Schlemmer. And well done from Staniskis. Gabia Staniskis gets the job done. Ufret with a strong serve high up on the arms from John. But still finished off nicely from Jackson. A tough play far from the net, but she picked out a spot. Bella Woodard, one of a couple to check in for Coach Bach and Carnegie Mellon. The setter, Tamala, serving. LaRocco tried to go with touch. Couldn't get it over. CMU takes the lead, 5-4. LaRocco handles it. And there's a whistle for a lift. Maybe handled it a little bit too much. Now 6-4 Tartans. Serve goes long. A break for Emory. Kaya Monros replaces Ioannakopoulos. Kate LaRocco serving for Emory. Mishandled by Catherine Jackson, and that'll go down as an ace for LaRocco and company. And her teammates love rock and roll, as they love to sing. Dug out nicely at the back by Jown. Monros with the bump. And Emory kills it off. And there's a whistle. Point goes to Emory. Eight 6 Eagles. LaRocco goes at John. Swing from Woodard is denied. Woodard, a joust at the top of the net. The ball was sitting on there. Coyle reads it from Jackson. Monrose finishes it off. A highly contested point goes to the team in blue. 9-6 Eagles. Timeout on the floor. Emory trying to finish this one off in 4. Carnegie Mellon trying to regroup and extend this one. We'll take a break and be back here, middle 4th set. Welcome back here in set number 4. Emory leading 9-6 and 2 sets to 1. Kate LaRocco back to serve for Coach Jones. Set up out of the middle. Woodard has her attempt denied by Emory, but too far. That time from Ufret. Easily tapped over for the point for the Tartans. Now Catherine Jackson will serve. And she serves too long. Good communication. Caroline Coyle leaving that one. And now Maggie Reagan checks in. Reagan, a strong match so far. Reagan with 5 kills out of the middle. As well as a solo block and 3 block assists. So a strong match for number 0, the 6'3" senior out of Massachusetts. Serve dealt with high up into the air. John goes way long. An easy lead for Silberman and Emory. And she'll serve again with Emory up 11-7 now. Silberman throws John off a little bit with a high serve. Woodard off the block. Emory scrambling to keep it alive. Over with 2 hands from Staniskis. Ufret reads it. Staniskis, a chance to end it. How about that vision? Saw Woodard vacate the area and went right back to where she came from. Easy pickings. Five-point lead for the Eagles. Not dealt with well from Jown. Oh my goodness, Kaya Monros. Watch out below. Right in Catherine Jackson's face. Coming at such a downward angle from the high-flying Monros. Little run here for Emory with Silberman serving. Going at the libero Gavros. Woodard rejected. Monros once again. Another timeout for Coach Bach and Carnegie Mellon. They can't stop this Emory attack. Doubling up 14-7 as we take a break here in the fourth set. Bring you back here a little bit early to update you on what's going on the other courts. All knotted up on court 2 in the fourth set. 12-12 with Case Western Reserve leading that one against Brandeis 2-1. As for court number 3, 9-8 NYU in the fourth. So some tight fourth sets on the other courts. WashU leads that one 2-1. As for this one, 2-1 Emory, 14-7 in this fourth set. As Emory is on a 5-0 run. A service error from Catherine Jackson. That one went way long. And Eliane Silberman with 4 points serving. She'll pick up where she left off behind the line. Kaya Monros has been hot lately. Some big kills and blocks. This time they try to go out of the middle, a little something different. Well worked by Herkenrother. Emory had been stuffing everything to the outside. They go with Herkenrother in the middle, and it works well. Now Gavros, the libero, serves. Mishandled from LaRocco. 14-9. Right at Monros. Up from Ufret and down from Reagan. Maggie Reagan has been really strong today in the middle. Up to 6 kills now to go with her 1 solo block and 4 block assists. As Rabinowitz will serve. Goes right at Jown. Out of the middle again. This time Monros gets there. Now Luo has a chance and makes it count. Sophia Luo. Emory getting closer and closer. Olivia Rabinowitz serves with the left. Right at Jackson. Going to be a tough play for Carnegie Mellon, and they say it went on the wrong side of the antenna. 17-9 Eagles. Rabinowitz again at Jackson. Tamala with the setup. And now Rabinowitz to Monros, right at the libero Gavros. Swing from Jown, off the block and out. So 3 points in a row from Emory. But the Tartans get on the board, 17-10 now. Checking in to serve Melissa Jin. Woodard will take a seat, as will Naya Tamala. Jin goes at Coyle. Rabinowitz to Reagan, too easy. There's no stopping Maggie Reagan here today. Ioana Kopelos will serve. The senior Floridian. Close to the net, tough play, but Carnegie Mellon able to get it over. LaRocco low, Jown does well. Free ball for the Eagles. Reagan has to get low to deal with it. LaRocco has hers hit way up into the air from Jackson. Another free ball coming for Emory. Can they finish it off this time? 1, 2, 3. Sophia Luo. (19-10) Eagles. Kopelos has that one die over the net. Now Jown, read by Kopelos. LaRocco, right at the libero in Gavros. Coyle with a miscommunication between her and Kopelos. Both of them going for that first ball. And the point will go to the Tartans. Kate Jown to serve now for Coach Bach. Chance of let's go Eagles. Luo off the block, still in. Now a swing from Schlemmer. Read by Rabinowitz. Coyle sets up Luo. Gavros handles it. Out of the middle and off the block of Reagan. McFarland, the senior middle blocker, getting it done. Still a 7-point lead for Emory. Jown just barely over the net. Luo trying to finish it off, and she does. Off the block and out. Reagan will check out. Silberman will check in as Emory up to 20 points now, just 5 away from winning this one in 4. Caroline Coyle, the 5'3" libero serving. A deep serve, hard for Gavros to handle. Free ball coming for Emory. And Silberman picks off where Reagan left off. Strong play out of the middle all morning for Emory, 21-12. Coyle again serving deep. Set up for Jackson. Coyle, a diving effort to get there. Emory sends it over. But finished off nicely by McFarland. Emory did a great job to even make that point last as long as it did. But in the end, the point goes to Carnegie Mellon. Logan Devereaux will serve. Devereaux goes at LaRocco. Out of the middle. Elion Silberman. (22-13) as Carolina Ufret checks in. Freshman back there to serve. Ufret goes at Gavros. And Ufret reads the swing from Schlemmer. Off the block and out. Big time stuff from Gabia Staniskis. 23-13. A 10-point lead for Emory in the fourth. Serving at Schlemmer. Now a swing from Jackson. Coyle does great to get there. Kopelos keeps it alive. Over from LaRocco. Another chance for Jackson. Kopelos is there. Now LaRocco finishes it off for Emory. A point that was leaning the Tartans' way throughout, but Emory finds a way to get it done and gives themselves match point. The freshman Ufret looking to close things out. Too far. Couple of substitutions for Carnegie Mellon. Woodard and Tamala come in. And Tamala will serve. Tamala goes at Kopelos. Ufret up. Staniskis down, and that'll do it. Emory wins by a score of 25-21, 21-25, 25-11, and 25-14 to get UAA play off to a 1-0 start here in 2025. They improved their overall record to 9-2, including 5-0 here on home hardwood. As for Carnegie Mellon, their first road loss of the season, falling to 11-5 overall. Looking at some individual performances for Emory, Kate LaRocco with 14 kills. Staniskis and Monros not far behind with 13 and 11 respectively. 3 aces for Kopelos and 2 for Ufret. And 2 solo blocks for Elion Silverman, 1 for Reagan and 1 for Staniskis. Looking at the overall team stats, a huge margin in the hitting percentage department. 329 for Emory, 195 for Carnegie Mellon. As a reminder, that's kills minus errors, all of that divided by total attempts. 4 solo blocks for Emory, just 1 for Carnegie Mellon, and 7 service aces to just 4 for Carnegie Mellon. So a pretty dominant performance for Emory. In 4 sets, they get the job done. And their next match will be against Brandeis here on court number 1. Looking at Brandeis right now, they are trailing in the 4th set, 22-18, down 2-1 against Case Western Reserve. So that one could be wrapping up shortly. As far as court 3 goes, it's 2-1 in favor of WashU, but 19-18 NYU in the 4th. So we'll see if that one ends up with a 5th set. But we'll sign off for now. Can't give an exact start time for that matchup against Brandeis, but we know it should be here shortly on court number 1. Thank you for tuning in with me here on the Flow College Network as Emory defeats Carnegie Mellon by a score of 3-1. Will Hopkins signing off.